must say that when you're talking awards, Walter Coppin has to come in for some national award at some point in time, from a cultural standpoint, because I know for many years, single-handedly, he ran Bacchanal Calypso thing at Merridong. That was way back in the early days. He used to leave Scarborough and go up to... What was it that drew... What was the passion? Let me talk about the passion that you had for Calypso and why you took on that uphill task of running that tent successfully for so many years.
Yeah, well, good morning.
Yeah.
If you listen to my song this season, I am a Tobagonian.
Full stop.
Yeah.
And that would explain everything?
Yeah, that explains everything.
No, but just give people a little bit, because people don't know, Walter, your contribution to Calypso in particular, dealing with the East in particular, with the East. Why go leave Scarborough, struggle with our transport in some cases, and in late hours in the morning and so on to come back down? Tell us why you did that for so many years, Walter.
Like I was saying to Watson Duke the other day, right? If we abandon the people in the East, if you go to the East, it's a rural place, right? If we abandon the people in the East, what we're going to have is a rural-urban drift, and we're going to have a lost kind of population in the country. If we allow that to happen, Tobago will not progress. And my thing is, I am a Tobagonian, and I want my island to progress, so I will do almost anything to ensure that this happens.
All right. How many years you run that tent? From what year to what year?
Well, we're running 34 years now, 34 years now, and we have a band, Aquarians Brass, and all the guys are getting older. We're trying to set up the Windward School of Music right now.
Great.
And it's an uphill task, and I wanna call and praise Alison Williams, who last night called to find out how we were going and made a significant contribution, financial contribution to this year's Citizen. Ali,
all right.
Ali, power to you, brother.
Mr. Walter Coppin, I sat here yesterday and cussed that we have to import musicians from Trinidad, and it's time for the School of Music to be open. Now here it is, and nothing is not by chance, right? What I let out in the atmosphere allowed you to be here this morning. You was not even the person to be here. So let's talk about that music school that you are doing in the East that is needed. Valley and Mr. and all the Aquarius Brass people, as you say, are getting older and they may not be able. Mr. Stewart, tell us what the intent is to replace these players or these musicians. But however, it's a bigger picture at foot.
Well, I was in America for a while, and I came back, and I have set up a state-of-the-art recording studio up at Main Street and Rosehill, specifically for this purpose. It has cost me almost $500,000, but it's there. You can come to see it. It's a beautiful studio, fully air-conditioned, fully insulated, with all state-of-the-art equipment. And that's the genesis of where we're going here. With regards to actual playing instruments in the country, we are going into Delaford by the band room and set up a pedagogical institute, something where we could start teaching young fellas wind instruments and technology and that kind of stuff. We had applied to the Community Development Division. As a matter of fact, we registered that school with the Community Development Division during the last administration, and we are expecting that they would pay some attention to what we're trying to do. So
I like how you put it. They should, and I would hope that you get the support, because this is desperately needed in Tobago. And I want to applaud you and thank God that somebody sees the need. All right, let's talk about the Bacchanal tent is supposed to open tomorrow night.
Yes, tomorrow night at Waterhole Restaurant. That's at the Waterfall in Argyle, a beautiful venue, one of the better venues for an event like this. Good parking, proper security, a good environment, and that is what we're looking for. We're trying to create the Windward mother of all carnivals. You know what I mean? So what we're doing is we're going in and we're taking these spaces over. We asked the Culture Division to partner with us significantly.
Are you getting the support?
Well, we're talking to Jesse Taylor. I mean, he's a good brother. He's trying. Steve Jack, the chairman of the Windward. Collis Hazel, the Roxborough Police.
The president of Roxborough.
Well,
yes.
So we're hoping that by today, everything falls into place.
Yeah, but you're clashing with Blue 10 tomorrow night. We had to be in Misnol because I was, I would have make my way up, obviously, to support.
Well, we expect you to be there. We don't know anything about Blue.
Yeah.
I mean,
right,
there's a change alliance.
Yeah, man.
You got to tell us,
Listen, listen, contract and thing at the side and thing.
Well, we know there's only one man that where remedy comes to, you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
All right. But let's talk about the cast. Of course, Bacchanal Tent has been there more than 30 years, you know. But tell us about the cast. Who make up the cast?
Well, we're trying to do theater in this project. So we have asked Tobago Drama Guild to come in with us, Tabiti and Cheryl Zoro and stuff. So we expect some kind of production from them. Outside of that, we asked the Roxborough Police Youth Club to send us some element of their artistic productions, and we expect to get that, right? So already you see the theater aspect of it is building, right? Because they have speech band and so on. Then, of course, we have Mackie, the veteran of the tent. He is going to be there. Harrow, the Polywally man.
Yes, of course. And he gave us a taste of the Tobago man. I think, and he said I think it's you wrote the song. Was it the Tobagonian?
Yeah.
He did that last Saturday? Anyway. All right, so Harrow, Mackie, and who else?
Well,
yourself.
We have, of course. We have Bushy.
Yes.
We have Garrick Fredericks. He's a good musician, etc. We have a guest artist, Jillies O. She's guesting. You know, she's not on the cast because she's a public servant going to the inter-department competition, etc. So we expect her to just guest with us. You know? And we have quite a few others. I remember them as we go along.
All right. Okay. Great. Well, so we're gonna get your offering this year. In a minute, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to get your music and so on. But I'm so happy that you respond to that. Or there's and then we need one in the West as well, a music school, right? So I don't know if it will extend eventually. Mr. Stewart may be responsible for one in the West, in the East, and somebody down here in the West, and maybe getting the support from the assembly and so on. So is that the vision too, as well?
Well, they say they having contractors coming from Trinidad. I think that's a political thing, so they're bringing musicians now. So I guess Trinidad may just come and colonize Tobago just now, as far as
I would take that as a little jab. But anyway, let's go for the break. When we come back, we get an offering from Walter Coppin, veteran Calypsonian, and of course, trust me, historian, you name it, educator, so many things that he carries. But anyhow, see you after the break. Welcome back, and of course we do have with us Mr. Walter Coppin. He is the manager of Bacchanal Calypso 10 and has been for many years, and this year he has an offering we'll get. And you've sung in many competitions. I remember Young King, in the heyday of Young King. He was a young man then, and you had a brother who used to play guitar. Where is he?
It's in Barbados right now.
Oh yeah?
He was on the cruise ship from Miami out to the East, but now he's in Barbados building his career there.
Very good. Right, but you have stayed with Tobago. You said you're Tobagonian and intellectual, I must say at that. Some of the brilliant ideas, and you're very, very articulate, not afraid to express yourself in Calypso. Tell me that time when you entered Young King with a song. I can't remember the name of the song, but I remember that. You represented Tobago at the time. Do you remember that? Yeah? What year it was and what song?
Well, I've gone to the Young Kings a number of times in Skinner Park.
But there was a particular song.
But I won Young Kings in 1990 with 100 Years Together, a song celebrating the unity of Trinidad and Tobago. So I won with that, but I've gone to Young Kings with songs like Stop That Train, Roller Coaster Ride, things. I imagine I was in Young Kings with David Rudder in '86,
Right.
I mean, look at that, huh? It's been a time.
But, and I said the other day that we've lost Young Kings because of the stars are no longer there, because you can't win it. When you win and so on, they try to allow for younger people or for new people. The same thing is happening with Suka Monarch, but that's another story. But so Walter has made his mark. He's a veteran. But going forward, obviously, you want to do the school, which I think is commendable. Not think, I know that it's commendable. And I want to give you and wish you all the best with that. Hope it takes off and get the support where it's needed. But this year's song, what are you offering this year?
Well, I like the fact that I could have a local team, and I've created a song called I'm a Tobagonian, you know,
All right.
and I hope we have it queued up.
Yeah, we're ready? So let's
because,
get it. You would sing along. All right, so run it.
This is the song of the season, you know. There's no other song like this song. Want to call out Andre Davis,
Yeah, man.
the producer of the song. Yeah.
Why you trying to keep me down?
Pushing, pulling me around, just because I sing about what is right and is wrong. You say there's an equal place for every man, creed and race, but your attitude to me is a big disgrace. My people just fighting to survive. No money, poor food, no work, they have to devise. All around this town youth on weed, rum and cocaine. This pressure causing we heartache and too much social pain. I'm a Tobagonian, you can't deny that. Born and grow in this here island, everyone will tell you flat. So much years we suffer like no one don't care about we. But me here running from my land for political party. Justice is natural, my friend, and it must all prevail. So if you want to humbug me, make up your mind to fail or go to jail. Start to wail. This country belongs to we belong to this country. Don't play with me land, me like children, patrimony. You tell me education, integrity and ambition. This Caribbean paradise getting out of hand. Even rice and flour get so dear. Can't even buy fish, pay taxi fare. And when we complain, they tell we must be content. Like you want to see 60,000 boots marching on the pavement. Like a regiment, I'm telling you can't deny that. Born and grow in this here island, everyone will tell you flat. So much years we suffer like no one don't care about we. But me here running from my land for political party. Justice is natural, my friend, it must all prevail. So if you want to humbug me, make up your mind to fail or go to jail, man, go to jail. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. So I'm a Tobagonian.
I'm a Tobagonian.
And straight up for the course. So what's the idea behind the song?
Well, born and grow. I mean, everybody celebrating the island, you know. We've got Tobago Carnival, you know. It's a new Tobago thing. They have a new PDP government, a new chief secretary, you know, a new paradigm, you know. As I say, new concepts about men coming from Trinidad and reaping money, you know, and stuff. So somebody had to get up and say, listen, let me keep it here, let me deal with it here. I call in, and I'm calling on the culture division to recognize the tent. I'm calling on the secretary to come out tomorrow night, Megan Morrison, my friend, to come out tomorrow night, the Watson Duke, the area representative, Faith, Be Israel, and all my good friends to come out tomorrow night and come up to Argyle, and let's have a wonderful time at the Argyle Waterfall Restaurant. You know, let's create the windward mother of all carnivals. Steve Jack and Jesse, power to you too.
All right, so after your lunch, where are you going otherwise?
Tomorrow we're going to Charlottesville.
Okay.
And we see where we take it from there. Yeah, because, you know, it's
Friday, tomorrow,
Friday, is at Waterhole.
And then Saturday.
And Saturday, yes.
You go to Charlotte. Yeah.
And then, you know, we have low funds. I'm hoping that this interview, somebody will say, let's get them some more resources. Because we're not like your tent. We scrunching and scraping, you know, after 34 years.
Yeah, but are you still doing it?
With a band, you know. We didn't bring in a band from Trinidad, you know.
Right.
We have a band here. These fellas running 70, 75, 80, you know, and people have to recognize that. Aquarians, Brass, and Bacchanal.
And it's been there for so long. Boy.
The mother of all Calypso tents, you know, in Tobago. I mean, you know that too. Yeah?
And, what about medicine? Is he well?
Yeah, he's okay. He's now in the faith base.
Okay, right. And Hannibal, well, I saw him with another tent. But Hannibal has been a die-hard cast member of your tent, of Bacchanal tent.
Well, organizing the tent this year was kind of tardy, because you know we had difficulties in putting things together, right? And other men would go looking for greener pastures.
Yes.
But we expect them to come along, and if they want to participate,
they're free to do so.
They're free to do so also.
Excellent.
You know?
Walter, it was indeed a pleasure. We do have a few more minutes here, so you know. All right. So, and you know, and my thing is that at the end of the day, nothing happens by chance. And you came here to speak to what was spoken to yesterday, as much as we are talking about Bacchanal 10, and that's to fill that void where we don't have a music school. And out of that can be the School of the Arts. You went to school in the States and you studied and so on. And you know how significant those areas of development that we often overlook because we believe that we have to have the children pass exams. And we ram that down their throat and you have to, you know, get 5 subjects and so on. Meanwhile, there is a career option in music or in the arts that can make them millionaires and make them, you know, global citizens. Let's talk to that a little bit more. And I'm seeing, and you mentioned some names in the assembly, I hope that they understand the vision and what it can do. Have you reached out in any meaningful way to the Division of Culture to support this music school?
Well, the community development is responsible for these kinds of institutions, right? So we are registered with them. We have written a comprehensive curriculum for this school, so that the curriculum is in the division, the application is the division, and we are part of the structure. We haven't kind of gotten any kind of real responses from them, right? But we have the studio, and we have the band, and we have exponents. This year we also dedicated our production to Axback, who was a musical director of Bacchanal Calypso Tent before. People like Vernon and Winston, Victor Dennis and these guys. But Axback has been significant with us, and we want to say thanks to him, right? Yeah. And he was a man who would have been into music, pedagogy, teaching, you know, music and stuff. And I remember one time, a fella tease Axback and say, well, Axback, I go beat you in the competition. You know, he say, man, them song you singing is what I just take to tune my guitar.
Game talk.
So it's this great kind of anthropological art form that we have since slavery and emancipation. And we need to kind of pay attention to this in all the different things about the Tobago Carnival, the National Carnival, etc. As I was talking to Gypsy yesterday. We need to start to pay attention to the development of this music as a look what Afrobeats has done to the world. You know, they was in Africa with the little drums and thing in the back, and now they are the world beaters. You know, Burna Boy and these fellas, right? And we have men like Marshall Montano and these people, you know, that still doing a lot of good work. I want to say kudos to my friend Snakey, who won Young Kings the other night.
Yes.
I thought that was a wonderful.
I didn't see the performance, but I know.
But I think you can pick it up on YouTube. But it was, you know, a real piece of art in Calypso, you know, and we expect. I want to kind of commend those who have made it to the semifinals tomorrow. Cupid,
no, Friday, Saturday.
Saturday, right?
Tomorrow is Friday.
Right,
Yes.
Tomorrow is Friday, great.
You have Carlson Cupid, you have
Janelle Winchester.
Janelle Winchester and Thomas, not Wendy, the other sister.
Nicole Thomas.
Nicole
right?
Thomas.
She was the monarch in the Tobago Carnival. So I want to kind of commend them and wish them well, you know, and hope that...
Another aspect of the culture that we neglect to teach, Walter, is the art of writing, calypsos. Because Calypso is poetry. I mean, I recently had a lesson, not that I really needed it, but it's when Prince Unique, you know, when I approached him to write the song, Kowich or The Punisher, I learned something from him as how to stay with the metering. I know, that is key. And that needs to be taught, Walter, because what is happening is that we don't have many writers. Right, so I could extempo all of that song. As a matter of fact, Judges Night, I forget the lines and I have to extempo because I understand the metering. And I do that with the other version of it. However, the whole question of the writing aspect, do we need that to be part of the school, the calypso writing, poetry writing, that sort of thing?
Well, most of the leading Calypsonians, let us be fair, in Tobago, who have been kind of in the money, they have been getting songs from writers in Trinidad. And I have been speaking to my friend Christoph Grant, who was the state solicitor, and he's one of the men who have written most of the Karen Ashe, Singing Sandra, these big songs, right?
Yes.
And he is due to come to Tobago to do one of my seminars, right?
Excellent.
He's my friend, so spoke to him after last night.
Right.
And,
well, inform us and we'll be happy to. Anyhow, we go out with this. We want to thank you all the best with the tent. And of course, Bacchanal tent is open on Friday at Waterhole.
Yes, the mother of all Calypso tents. There's no other like the mother.
All right, but anyhow. All right, so with that, we go out with this song. Hey, it was a pleasure. Hey, we'll do this again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
But remember, charity must begin with me. You stand and toil, protest and vote for this land democracy. You must agree. I'm a Tobagonian, you can't deny that. Born and grow in this young island, everyone will tell you flat. So much yes we suffer like no one don't care about we. But me here running from my land for political party. Justice is natural, my friend, and it must all prevail. So if you want to hammer me, make up your mind to fail.